Hi everyone, so final video review for this week is for A Millennial Daydream by VA Wonder. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on Facebook or on my blog then there's a link within the post. And this is the video review. So A Millennial Daydream by VA Wonder. Again, another moving story. It's been quite an emotional week. So Hartley, she's kind of a teenage rebel, and she's kind of spiraling out of control with her drug problem and her emotional connection to Jaden, who's this perfect sort of girl next door type. And Hartley's reputation and the Argentinian society view on two girls in love are kind of what's driving the problems here. So Hartley and Jaden face many a challenge in their way to happiness because of these reasons. So it's a very simple story. It's very fast paced and it has a lot of angst and drama packed in there for you. So it's kind of a bit novella-y type, like it's not very long, but like I said, it's a nice simple story, so it's really easy to follow, it's really easy to understand. And it had a sort of sweet premise of Hartley being sort of deeply flawed in a way, but head over heels in love with this girl that she worries she can never have true happiness with. So it was like really it was sort of a dark story, but it wasn't because of Hartley, it was because of external influences, and therefore that drove how she was as a person, and just everything about her, it sort of shaped and formed her. And then she was having all these difficulties with sort of falling in love with this perfect girl. So I didn't know what to expect from the story, but I found myself quite moved by it. There was a lot of demons and troubles that Hartley faced, and therefore Jaden faced similar, not quite as bad as Hartley's, but she faced her own sort of challenges and demons as well. So there was a lot going on for them. They were very sort of very challenged in finding what they needed, not only because of the external influences, but because of their own personalities as well, and how therefore they were perceived within society. So Jaden faced her own struggles in loving Hartley. You have a character like Hartley that's battling so much, and then you have a character like Jaden who is dealing with all the effects of that, and they can be absolutely devastating. So Jaden kind of epitomizes that in this story. She's dealing with all Hartley's issues whilst also having her own to bear, but we're not really exposed to those as the reader, because her main focus is on Hartley and Hartley spiraling out of control. So she bears many a burden that she sort of shares with Hartley, and you know, in the hope, it's kind of in a hope that if they support each other and they talk to each other, they might be able to get the life that they want, and they can support each other, which is really nice, and they do, but it's very up and down because of Hartley and her demons. So they kind of influenced how she would react to Jaden, and then Jaden would just have to react to that in what would be a natural way to deal with it. So this is a busy story. There's a lot going on very quickly. It all happens very quickly. It's got really fast pace, like I said, but I enjoyed the pace. The way the story was told, it sort of lent well to like the neurotic experiences going on with Hartley and Jaden. They were going through, I mean, when you deal with anything like this where somebody's battling demons, it can be very neurotic, it can be very up and down. And so I found that pace of the story that VA Wonders used really reflected that well. I think it worked. And for a debut novel, I think this is a story, if you like drama and angst, you will really enjoy this, and it will be just what you're looking for. Like I say, it's really simple, easy to follow, easy to understand, and it has all that drama and action packed in with the nice sort of romantic moments, or the more sort of insecure and vulnerable moments that are shared in terms of intensity of building relationship. So it's a really sweet story that I really enjoyed, and I hope you will too. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of A Millennial Daydream by VA Wonder, which I hope you will. If you've read A Millennial Daydream, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please comment below. Please let me know what you thought of the story, and if you haven't read it yet but you're planning to read it, it's on your to be read list, or you're now really intrigued and thinking I'd like to read that story, again, comment below because it's always great to hear what you're reading, and if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it. Bye!